The reason this kind of came up in my mind is because we just came back from the States, and so we had to kind of consider to ourselves what to buy when we were on our trip as gifts for everybody. And it's just a little different here than it would be, for example, in the States, where you usually buy gifts only for people that you really like or that are family or really close friends. And you usually try to either find them something totally cheesy that's just screams where you came from, or you try to get them something nice. But it's usually not considered that big of a deal. I think maybe there's a little more pressure on, parents who might be gone and they don't bring their kids and they need to bring something home for the kids when they get back. But it's certainly not the kind of thing that we do here. In Japan, you generally kind of have to get something for everybody that knows you went. So coworkers, neighbors, anybody who knows that you were gone, you kind of owe them a gift when you come back. And there's a whole industry that's around this, especially to places and touristy places where Japanese people frequent. They have like specifically kind of gifts that are geared towards the Japanese tourist. It's really common, for example, when you go to Hawaii to buy a box of macadamia chocolates. And, you can buy those in bulk by, the little cases. You can buy like 20 of those all wrapped together to bring back. And it's not uncommon to see people buy that many, thinking that they need to kind of distribute them out to everybody that they know. So it can be kind of a big ordeal to get stuff. And then there's some other things where you'd think it would be okay, but it's kind of not. For example, in the States, it's pretty common for kids to give teachers gifts, whether it be because they went on a vacation or because it's Christmas or something like that. Especially in elementary school, a lot of kids will sometimes give their teachers a present. And here it's kind of a, no, maybe you shouldn't do it. It's a little frowned upon. Don't make sure it's not too expensive. It's all kind of iffy and wishy-washy of how you're supposed to do stuff. So we try to tread lightly. But we wanted to make sure we got something for my daughter's classmates, and she has 40 classmates. Her class is super large, and that's actually the entire 3rd grade. And I wanted to have something to give to them. But it's certainly not required by any means, and not even really that common for kids to give their classmates a present when they go on a vacation. But I thought it'd be fun if it was something that was kind of unique. A few years ago, we gave all the kids candy canes, because their candy canes just aren't here in Japan very often. And so at Christmas time, just to say Merry Christmas, we gave them candy canes. But then I thought... for this year, we decided, because it's summertime and, you can't buy chocolate because it'll melt like all nothing by the time you get it home. So we bought everybody some Smarties, which I think are super awesome, yummy little candies from the States. So, and I don't even know if they're even really an American snack. I know a lot of our snacks come from Mexico. I don't know for sure. The idea is stolen from there and then we make it our own. But anyways. So, but I thought it was kind of a fun, it's very similar to lamine candy in Japan, which is what we call it here. And the general concept of it's the same, and it's a very old candy that's been around forever. So it was kind of a fun thing to kind of give. But